Hello, Ayakwi. Hello, Ayakwi. Necknow Skip Lowry. I am going to be doing an interpretation on Facebook Live here. I'll give a few seconds, few minutes for people to join. Take a look at our beautiful prairie once again. Today, our topic is going to be talking about a little bit of Yurok culture and language interpretation. And we're going to go over a few of the items that I shared last week and a couple other new things. So here's our beautiful prairie. Hello, Bud from Texas. It's great to see you again and hear you again. Danielle, thank you. Hello. I hope my sound is well. I am right next to a road, the main entrance. Due to internet, I have to be right by our kiosk, so you might hear some background voices and cars. I apologize, but we are so grateful that you guys come and enjoy our parks and you come visit. Um, and right now, I want to share my appreciation for everybody that's coming to our parks that is honoring the social distancing rules, masking up when you're in public if you can't be farther than 6 feet away. So we really appreciate everybody's due diligence in keeping the next person safe. You know, my grandfather's a World War II vet, and it's not about you, it's about the person next to you. That's what all vets know. And so we appreciate the true patriotism it takes to do what it takes to protect someone next to you. I'm trying to do my part, have my mask right here in case somebody shows up and gets too close. I can put it on really quick. We're wiping down all of our equipment, shared equipment. As best we can, we're trying to protect everybody in this world. And that's jumping into my interpretation about Yurok culture. We are a world renewal people. Today I'm going to share a little bit of language with you. Again, I have been doing these posts on Sundays for the past few weeks, and I've hit on some difficult topics to cover to set the stage for sharing part of the beautiful parts like necklaces and regalia and sensitive cultural material that is important in Yurok tradition that helps make this world a beautiful place for everybody. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the items that we talked about last week. Gray, you can hear today. Norma, hello from Santa Rosa. Okay, so last week I talked a little bit about, I brought in some necklaces. I'm wearing one right now. It's an abalone shell necklace. These are considered living parts of our community. They're not just decorations that we put on to make ourselves look better. Although we do believe that they are beautiful and they make us, they showcase ourselves in the best way in the eyes of our Creator and the world that we exist in. That's what our regalia is supposed to honor and reflect. And so I'm going to go right into the language. These are the two necklaces that I shared last week. They're my son's. You can hear the difference, the different sounds from the different shapes. I don't know if you can hear that one. And then this one, kind of a lighter tinkle, more of a heavier thud. So, necklace in Yurok is eker. Eker. Everybody say eker. Eker. That's a necklace. Now, these necklaces are made out of abalone shell. And abalone shell has a couple different names you can use. One of them is Ern Chur. Ern Chur. That's an abalone shell. Ern Chur. Can everybody hear? Am I doing okay on my? Is the wind bothering anybody? Ern Chur is the shell. Eker is the necklace itself. I'm gonna set that down. We'll come back really quick on these. I'm gonna do a once over for everything. So there's also another word for the shells. It's Yer-ner. Yer-ner. What's interesting is in the Yurok culture, so we are a river people located. Our Aboriginal territory is just south of Trinidad, California. In English, Shirai is the word of the village. So a little south of Shirai. If you go all the way north to Crescent City, on the coast, Crescent City's Yurok name was Kahpe, Kahpe, and about 4 miles shy of Kahpe was our northern kind of ocean boundary territory, along our coastline. And on the coastline, the Yurok people had a dialect, an ocean dialect, and it was called Nur. And so it relates to Nur, the abalone, somehow. So we're relearning our culture right now and our language because there was so much devastation with Euro immigration. Our languages were attacked, our cultural ways were attacked, our places were attacked. And so we're in a time of healing right now. So sharing this language is actually super, historic. We were scheduled for extermination at one point. Under California law and legislation, militias, we were targeted for elimination, but we survived. Strong, resilience, survivance, those are some words in the future we're going to go over. I'll get back into some deep topics and some definitions and some interpretation on current issues in culture and what it takes to exist as a Yurok person and nowadays. So, Ekher, necklace, Ekher. Nur, I always want to say Nur, just Nur, so Y at the beginning. Nur, or Urnchur, is the abalone itself. Okay, so last week I also talked about I have a otter hide quiver. So, and this is a river otter, and so there's different names for river otters versus the ocean otters. They're kind of different species too. So this is a river otter, and in Yurok you say ne petwishne, ne petwishne. Can everybody say ne petwishne? And what's neat about that name is Yurok culture, they describe a lot of times not just the animal, but where it exists, its place in the universe, and what it does a lot of times. And so, ne petwishne is translated as the one who always eats fish. He's a fish eater. He habitually is eating the fish. So in the rivers, that's the nepui, the salmon. Everybody say nepui. That's our salmon, what we eat as humans. And so the nepetwish is fish, nepetwishne is the fish eater, the one who always eats fish. Now, sadly, because of over exploitation of the otter, the sea otter, there's no sea otters north on our coasts here anymore. But that name was Wapunika. 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 I might be where you inflex. Like I said, I'm a learner myself. So Wapunika, and that makes me want to say Wapunika. I haven't heard it enough. I can read it. We're studying our language. We didn't have a writing system traditionally. Now we're using linguists' expertise through Berkeley to continue carrying on the worldview and the spiritual essence of our language. And so it's really an honor to share with you guys today what I know, what I've learned, and I'm still a learner myself. So, Nepetwishne is the river otter, and Wapunika is the ocean otter. So we are standing in front of, and we are at Prairie Creek State and National Parks here. And the prairies, as I said in a previous thing, are considered the footsteps to our Creator. Now that language, that word, I'm not going to share. That's a deep spiritual word, and there's things in our culture that everyone needs to understand. You're not going to get everything from. We're not going to share everything. We can't. It was so recently attacked and assaulted. It is so precious, and it is such in a fragile moment of healing that we are gentle with it, and we are cautionary. We are protective of it, and so I'm not going to share the word of the footsteps of our Creator, but in our culture, that's what prairies are. Now, the word prairie is sepola. Sepola. Can everybody hear sepola? I don't know. I can't really see if I'm getting any responses. Okay, or any. Okay, good. Awesome. You guys can hear me. Thanks for letting me know. I have a bad glare. So Sepola is the prairie behind us. Sepola. The redwood trees that border right here. Keith. Keith. That's redwood tree. Keith. In Yurok culture, they're the heart of our people. And again, I'm going to share that story in the future. So I'm going to keep you on the reel. You'll get a very cool creation story and why the Yurok consider the Keith as the heart of the people. I guess it checks off the heart of the Yurok. So Sepola. I have with me here another friend of ours. He is often found in many cultures, Native American cultures across America, North America, and he is the coyote. He's often a trickster. He's often a jokester. He teaches lessons. So this is a coyote hide. And in Yurok, the name for coyote it's explicitly where he is always located. He's always found in the field. You find him in the fields. He's habitually in the fields. So Sepola, the prairie. Segap. Segap. The one who's always in the prairie. The one you can find in the prairies. He loves the prairies. So a couple neat insights on how Yurok people didn't separate animals from their place. They were bound together, even in the language. They were always there. They always ate the fish. A lot of things teach lessons, and I don't know if you can still hear me. My video went out. I still have signal. It says I'm live. I'm sorry if you can't see me, but if you can hear me, I'll end with a little explanation of my song last week. I shared a song, and I said I got some feedback and some questions about, are there words in the song? What does the song mean? And so the song that I sang last week that I'll end with again this week, it's a healing song for the spirit of inside of a human. Like any kind of negative energy trying to affect somebody can be preyed upon and blessed with energy. And so our songs come from our heart, our spirit, and they don't always have language, Yurok words, but they always resonate your soul, your heart, your prayers, your mind, you embody your emotions in your words and your feelings and your songs and the sounds. And so this song that I have is a helper song, and it just basically chants over, I'm here to help, I'm here to help, let me help, let me help. I'm here to help, I'm here to help, make me help, make me help. So I'm gonna share that now if you guys can hear me. I'm grateful, and I will see you guys again next week, hopefully live from Sumeg Village at 3 o'clock. Watch all the other interpreters. We have an awesome team up here every day at 3, North Coast Redwoods District. Our interpreters are coming to you live through Facebook. And so with that, I'm going to end with my helper song. Hey, oh, hey, oh, e-yo, way, yo, 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 hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, e-yo, way, yo, e-yo, way, yo, e-yo, way, yo, way, yo, way, yo, e-yo, way, yo, e-yo, way, yo, e-yo, way, yo, e-yo, way, yo, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh,